What's good, y'all? It's your boy Tony the Savant back with another one. Hey, I just want to say I appreciate the love, the support, the growth. You know, I start off this channel every video, every live stream, and whatever we do, man. I just want to always say I appreciate y'all. I got a special a video coming for my first 100 subscribers. I definitely appreciate y'all pulling up and subbing to the channel. If you haven't subbed to the channel, please do. Definitely helps the channel grow. Got some personal goals, got some things I'm working on, and everything, all of the success that this channel has is going to be reinvested back into the channel. So y'all just please continue liking, subscribing, sharing, getting in the comment section. Hit the notification bell so you can be notified when I'm dropping videos on this channel as well. But no further ado, y'all. I'm gonna get into this. Yesterday was Kobe's birthday. I tried to get on and do a live stream, but it's a lot going on at the time. Had a few obligations, pre-obligations, so I'm gonna go ahead and do my Kobe video today. Y'all tell me what y'all think about it, because I'm going through a little. I'm actually doing a documentary about Kobe. You know what I mean? But I'm gonna push that out, start promoting that out a little bit further down the line. But right now, some of the things that I'm highlighting in the documentary, I'm gonna share on this video. Excuse me. So today I'm doing the top 8 moments of Kobe's career. I was gonna do a top 24, but that would have been forever taking the video. So that's why I said the top 24. I'm gonna make a documentary out of that, and then right now I'm just doing the top 8 things that I feel like, what made Kobe the Mamba, is what made Kobe Kobe. Just some of those memorable moments and games that he had throughout his career. Excuse me, I had to hit the water, guys. All right, so let's get into it. I'm gonna start at the bottom. We're gonna work our way up to number 8. To number 1. So number 8, the 61-point game at the Garden. On February 2nd, 2009, Kobe shocked the NBA world as he broke the all-time scoring record at the iconic Madison Square Garden against the New York Knicks. This was arguably when the Black Mamba was at the peak of his powers in terms of winning games, as he had perfect synergy between the mental and physical aspects of his game. That's a fact. 2009, really, you could start at like 2007, but 2007 to about 2010, you know what I mean? Kobe was, those 3 years was probably his best 3 as far as just maximizing his mental and his physical talents, just putting it all together. And that's why they went back to back in 2009 and 2010. This game will always be remembered, in particular for the play in which Kobe pumped fake Wilson Chandler out of his shoes with a 360 pivot before leaning toward and draining a shot. One of Kobe's signature moves, we all know. If you're a Mamba fan, then you definitely know that move, and you remember that particular game. But that's just one of the games where we seen one of the first iterations, not first, but we seen one of those Mamba mentality moments. I really remember that game. I grew up on Kobe, y'all. Y'all know. You know what I mean? If you've been watching me for any amount of time, Kobe is my big brother. That's my mentor. A lot of my competitiveness and a lot of my mental focus and mental strength is directly a product of watching Kobe, listening to Kobe. And I never met the man personally, of course, but during my high school, my college days playing basketball, excuse me, I'm losing the voice. During my little prime, you know what I mean, playing basketball, Kobe was my go-to dude. I'm not old enough to have thoroughly appreciated Michael Jordan's career, so Kobe was Kobe was my Jordan, if you will. But let's get to number 7, y'all. 4 straight 50-plus games. I remember this as well. The man who averaged 40 points per game for a month on 3 separate occasions did something even more unthinkable in November of 2006. He had 4 consecutive games of 50 points or more, scoring 65 versus the Trailblazers, 50 versus the Minnesota Timberwolves, 60 versus the Memphis Grizzlies, and 50 versus the New Orleans Hornets. There are a multitude of insane highlights from this stretch, but his second highest career output of 65 points against the Portland Trailblazers, where he had a shot to put the Lakers up for good with under a minute remaining. The greatest basketball player of the 2000s decade did a 180-degree spin before reversing the move as he faked out 2 defenders and rose up for the high arcing fadeaway 3 for the win in the classic clutch Kobe manner. Excuse me, gang. I definitely remember this, y'all. This is during my high school playing days. And Kobe was just on the tear back in those days. This is when Kobe was really trying to prove to the world that he did not need Shaq, that he was capable, that he was better than Jordan. This is when Kobe was in that mode. We're talking about the peak of number 8. And my boy was just, he was a different beast. And if you thought Kobe, I think a lot of times people kind of, discount Kobe now because they don't understand the impact of how he was doing it. Yeah, Kobe had a lot of games or a lot of moments where he seemingly came off selfish and all that stuff. But Kobe was just the type of dude that knew he himself put in the hard work. So when it was showtime and it was game time, he was ready. And Kobe never shortchanged us. I would probably knock that Phoenix series. Y'all know that famous Phoenix series where everybody was saying he was shooting too much and then he decided to go out there and start passing. But outside of that, I have never watched Kobe and felt like a disappointment. I never felt that disappointment. But let's get on to number 6, y'all. 62 3/4. This is the Dallas Mavericks game, guys. Y'all remember this? Y'all remember the Dallas Mavericks? The man outscored the Dallas Mavericks team. All 12 men on their roster had only accumulated 61 points. Kobe, at the end of the third quarter, had 62. Not only did Kobe Bryant score 62 3/4 against the Dallas Mavericks on December 20th, 2005, but he outscored the entire Mavericks team 62 61. What makes this even more wild, Brian Shaw told Kobe he could have scored more, to which Kobe responded that he have another night like this when the Lakers needed the win, when Shaw said he should have played the fourth quarter instead of sitting. I think, like I said, before I even got into, kind of giving that summary, this is just right again, during that peak after 2004 when Shaq left, Kobe was just on a tear. You know what I mean? He was really putting his name on the map. Kobe was a very popular guy before Shaq left. He might have been a household name or just more so popular amongst the basketball, faithful. But he definitely became a household name during this little stretch when he was just ripping teams a new one. It didn't matter who was stepping up. Kobe was putting buckets on them. So 2005, that was a good time to be alive and be watching Kobe. Let's go to number 5. The first without Shaq, the first ring without Shaq in 2009. As Kobe and the Lakers lost the 2008 NBA Finals against the Celtics, and Shaquille O'Neal performed a rap which included the line, "Kobe couldn't do it without me," jokingly dissing Kobe, it was all but written in stone that he would win the next year. Bryant was more motivated than ever to prove Shaq and everyone wrong that he could win as the clear-cut leader of the team. We were seeing a different Kobe as he showed out in Game 1 with 40 points, 8 assists, and 8 rebounds, literally doing it all for his team. He's often stated that the biggest difference between number 8 and number 24 was how he learned to make his teammates better, and this championship was proof of that. That's a fact. I think that's what first year Kobe went to 2000. Did he have 2000? Let's see when Kobe went to number 24, because I know I've Googled this once or twice before. When did Kobe when did Kobe go to number 24? see what year this was, because I think it was 09, 2006, 2007 season. Okay, so he was wearing 2000. He was wearing 24 when he lost that finals in 2008. I was thinking that 2008 was the last year he wore number 8, but it was during the 2006 to 2007 season. With that's 10 years. Yeah, that's right smack in the middle of Kobe's career. That's kind of crazy. Wonder if he did that on purpose, knowing that he was going to play 20 years. Ain't no telling right now. Rest in peace, Kobe. We can't ask him. But he did do 10 years in number 8, 10 years in number 24. So let's go back to our previous article. Oh, I'm so sorry, guys. I gotta stop doing that. I'm referencing my sources. This is a article from Laker Nation, LakerNation.com. I found this article some time ago. I had saved it in my archives, and this is the article that has been, one of the central resources for my documentary for Kobe. So y'all forgive me. I'm so sorry. I ain't cite my sources. LakerNation.com. So I kind of picked some of the stuff from this article, and I'm just reading this article for the sake of, like I said, I just want to go over the top 8 moments that I've deemed as part of Kobe's career as well. In the documentary, I don't go over top like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm not doing the top moments and all that stuff like that. Like I said, this article just helped me shape the documentary. So, but I agree with it 100,000%. These are some of the top moments in Kobe's career, give or take. If y'all got another moment that I missed out, or y'all think that Laker Nation missed out, please drop it in the comment section, so I can do my research and probably, and more than likely add it to the documentary. So anyway, 2009, the number 5 moment with the 2009 ring, when Kobe finally vindicated himself without the presence of Shaq as one of the greatest of all time, not just a sum of a great duo. Kobe announces he's here in 2000 finals. Kobe was forced to start his career riding the bench by Coach Dale Harris, but fans knew he was special as he still became the youngest All-Star starter in the history of NBA. In the history of the NBA in 1998, Kobe was less established than Shaq, but when Shaq was out and the Lakers needed it most, a 21-year-old Kobe scored 28 points before tipping in a shot to secure the lead for the Lakers with less than 6 seconds to go in Game 4 of the NBA Finals. This prompted Bob Costas to utter the iconic line, "How good is this kid?" I remember that. Kobe would spend his entire career showing us all just how good he was. And that is a fact. And this is something I always talk about with the people that say that the Lakers went on this magic carpet 3P and Kobe was just a participant of that. I'm definitely going to be tagging this video in some people's comment section. But nonetheless, this is just another one of those confirmations for the Kobe critics. That Kobe was he was the 1B. You know what I mean? Everybody gives Shaq his credit. That's a fact. Shaq was a more established player, but Shaq didn't win nothing, y'all. He didn't win nothing until he had Kobe on his side. Kobe allotted Shaq a lot more. He gave him a lot more room to be the great player that he was. If everybody was triple teaming and quadruple teaming Shaq wouldn't have been who he was. You know what I mean? Shaq couldn't get through 4 players. No matter how much fouling and all that stuff he could take, the big diesel. But it just told you right here, at 21 years old, Kobe essentially scored 30 points. You know what I mean? In a Game 4 to keep the Lakers championship's hopes alive. And this was the first championship, I believe. Yeah, that was during the first championship reign. So for all you Kobe critics, a young 21-year-old Kobe saved Shaq's legacy. And I know we like to sweep that under the rug, but that happened. That's history. All right, guys, let's move on to number 3. I don't want this video to go too crazy long. The 2010 title. Kobe made it clear on multiple occasions that there was nothing more important to him than winning championships during the prime of his career. On many occasions, he reiterated his championship in 7 games against On many occasions, I'm sorry, it's a typo. I'm guessing they meant to say on many occasions he meant to reiterate his championship series in 7 games against the Boston Celtics in 2010. Was the sweetest because it was against the franchise's and Kobe's personal greatest rivals. Okay, I see what he's talking about. The image of Kobe standing on the scorer's table with his arms stretched like an eagle as confetti rains down around him in the Staples Center will live on forever in Laker lore. That is so true, bro. That 2010 title, man, I was nervous, guys. I ain't gonna lie. I was heartbroken in 2008. As much as I love Kevin Garnett, Paul Pierce, Rondo, and Ray Allen, I love that version of the Celtics team. My boy Kobe, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, that's family, man. That was my big brother. So when he lost that NBA Finals, I lost that NBA Finals. You feel me? Because I felt like that was the one, especially against the Celtics, and especially since Shaq had left. And after seeing Kobe, fight and struggle and get to the point where he was to even get back to an NBA championship, 2008 was a painful year for me. So nothing soothed that pain for, almost 2 years until he was able to capture that championship in 2010. Now, although, it went 7 games, Ron Artest ended up, being a big factor in Game 7. That 2010 Lakers team ain't getting to no championship without Kobe. We can stop the cap right there. He carried them there. He needed a team to, help him get past the finish line, just like any other of the greats. But we got to acknowledge 2010 was probably one of the greatest. That's probably the greatest Kobe year in his career, just because of all the accumulation of stuff. And then he finally beat not just the team that beat him, not just the organization or not just one of his personal rivals and Paul Pierce and Kevin Garnett, but also, the Lakers Boston, history was involved. Just a very huge year for the NBA period, and I feel like it ended just right, just how it was supposed to, with my boy Kobe getting his revenge. All right, y'all. Number 2, the 81-point game. We all know about that one. And I gotta post that commercial with Jalen Rose and Kobe in my shorts, man. I'm gonna do that today. Where Kobe drops guy comes over and like, hey, Mr. Bryant, do you want a martini? He's like, yeah, let me get 81 olives. It's one of my favorite commercials, guys. We all know about that game. Kobe got busy. I think that was another game that he didn't even finish. Kobe could have easily finished with 100 points that game. I think Phil Jackson ended up subbing him out at some point. But, it's just one of those games. We ain't got to go all the way down through the history. That's just one of those moments in NBA history. I believe still to this day, it is the second most points scored in a game behind Wilt Chamberlain's 100, which I think there's some conspiracy out there that, whether that happened or not. So we can, some of us that's not old enough to, appreciate Wilt. I appreciate Wilt. I say that, I kind of pulled myself in there. But nonetheless, for those of us who didn't get to see Wilt for sure, this is probably the greatest NBA performance I've seen in my life. Just as far as seeing a guy put a complete set of skills on display. Kobe was doing everything in that game, y'all. And y'all, people forget, like, he wasn't scoring 81 and like the Lakers was up by 20. Nah, he was scoring 81 because the Lakers, he was fighting to win the game. Every point that he made was needed in order to win that game. So 81-point game is definitely number 2. And then the Black Mamba's last stand is the number 1 moment, I feel like. If there's anything that defined Kobe, it was the evolution from 8 to 24. Number 8 was all about proving that he was the best. Number 24 was all about inspiring the next generation to be great in whatever they do. And that's a fact. As the seemingly indestructible Lakers legend, Kobe broke down on him. As the seemingly indestructible Lakers legend's body broke down on him over the last few years, he gave it everything he had to create the most memorable Mamba moment of all time as he scored 60 points in a game winner on the final night of his career. Legends live forever, and so will this memory as The last 3 minutes of this game perfectly sum up why Kobe will always inspire the masses. When Lakers play-by-play commentator Bill McDonald referred to Kobe as the magical Mamba on this night, he couldn't have been more on the nose with his description. And we all remember that, Kobe's last game, Mamba out. Just epic, you know what I mean? I still get goosebumps thinking about that game, because it was just an old Kobe doing what the young Kobe used to do, prime Kobe used to do. By that time, Kobe's last game, he had suffered so many injuries. He was definitely a shell of himself, but just to see his will, pull him through and win that game for him, for the Lakers was epic, man. It was a sight to see. And definitely, I just wanted to take this opportunity to make this video to appreciate Kobe Bryant. Like I say, that's my big brother. You know what I mean? I've always said that Michael Jordan is the GOAT. Steph Curry is my GOAT, but Kobe Bryant is my big brother, man. I used to actually model myself after Kobe Bryant. Get up every morning, 4 a.m, jogging, going to the gym. Coaches used to think I was crazy, you know what I mean? I'd be in the gym at 5, 6 in the morning, putting up shots. And it wasn't because of my own merit, I was just a kid. I ain't know no better. It's because I looked up to a man that demanded excellence, not just from himself, but from his teammates, from everyone around him. And he wanted to inspire guys like me and guys like us to be a great as well, no matter what you do. No matter what you do, like I say, man. But I just want to do this video dedicated to the Mamba. My big brother, again, rest in peace. Happy birthday. Happy Mamba Day to all y'all out there. Also, rest in peace to Miss Gigi, the baby girl, little sister, gone too soon. Tell me what y'all think about this video, man. Please like, subscribe, comment, share, hit the notification bell so you can be notified when I'm dropping content on this channel. Excuse the voice. I think I'm losing it again. Golly. It's always something, man. But we still got to work. You know what I mean? I'm always working. Y'all the bosses, so push this out. Y'all be blessed. Until the next time, man. Salute.